Alright, seems that I am live now, so if anybody has joined the live stream, just let me know what's the audio and video quality. I am live streaming after a long time, so I'm not sure whether my setup is the same as before or not. But anyway, the topic of today's live stream is about finding the next best laptop for OpenBSD, because my ThinkPad T430 is gradually giving up on me, and it's getting slow, and it's not suitable also for live streaming. Although I'm live streaming from T430, but now I have switched to Linux because on OpenBSD it's a bit more unstable, and sometimes the CPU max out. So let's see. It's been a couple of days. I'm looking for a best new laptop that I can use OpenBSD on it, and so far I haven't found anything noteworthy. But I thought that maybe it would be a good idea to just do a live stream and also get some input in the meanwhile. So I did a bit of Google search, so what I came across was this page has listed bunch of the laptop tested on their OpenBSD. So I kind of try to filter out some of those things. So Hawaii, this one I'm not gonna buy at all. So let's read about the framework, see how it is. ThinkPad first gen. I think it could be a bit old. X1 Carbon. Yeah, instead of buying X1 Carbon, I prefer to buy something like I don't know, T series. Microsoft is out of question. Chromebook also is out of question. So let's see what works here and what doesn't work on framework. Okay. What I read about framework was that the battery life wasn't that great, and the trackpad, touchpad, whatever we want to call it, that's also not so good. Other than that, I heard that everything else kind of works fine. And also, I don't like this sort of keys, integrated keys. I would like to have a separate home and page up, page down, because I use them quite a lot. On the Mac, let's say those functionalities kind of has been replaced or they are not used, but when you are using anything else other than the Mac, then you need actually home and page up, page down, at least in my opinion, unless you are not a very, let's say, professional computer user. For example, if I want to go here, I just use page up, page down, or home and end, and doesn't make sense to have it integrated, because then I need to press function page up, page down. So to me, these sort of stuff are just like a sodomized keyboard, I would say. And when I see a laptop like that, automatically it turns like it's a turn off for me. So yeah, I don't like this keyword. But other than that, let's see what other information can we find about it. Yeah, 1.5 millimeter of key travel. Yeah. OpenBSD support log. Seems that the framework laptop has quite a lot of issues with OpenBSD. Let's see the latest log, see what it is. Blah blah blah. Audio works, battery works, Bluetooth of course. There's no support on OpenBSD. Fingerprints doesn't matter to me. Backlight hibernation, microSD, SSD, suspend, touchpad, video. This webcam, M2 socket, wireless. Okay, so the wireless works. I use this wireless card supported by this. So okay, the wireless is not working. Sorry, I misread it. Yeah, so yeah, I like framework. It's repairable. It is. You can actually upgrade it. This and that. I can customize the ports, but there are a couple of things that I didn't like. One is again is the keyboard. Another one, I read that the screen is a bit wobbly, so, and also the Wi-Fi doesn't have good support. So this is kind of out of the question. Now the next one is this page. Let's look into it, see what people suggested. T430, yeah, I do have already T430, T480. This was something I was also contemplating to buy, T480, because it has quad-core CPU, and I think it should be good enough for streaming from OpenBSD, even without enabling the hyper-threading and stuff like that. And here, what it is, personal experience. Yeah, X2 one is too old. It's good, not bad. I have X250, but I never installed OpenBSD on it. But based on the CPU benchmark, I think is not really that faster compared to the T430 CPU. The only thing that they made it better actually in the 5th generation Core I was, I think they reduced the energy consumption, but other than that, like, the benchmark hasn't improved much, or the CPU, or the CPU didn't get much faster in the X240, X250, X260, even I would say X2, or like not X, in the Core I series 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think the benchmark hasn't improved that much. mainly they focused on the improving the energy consumption. Like for example, if I check this one, the benchmark, what it is, I think it's around like 4,000 or something. 5,000, not that bad. 35 watt. Oh, that's a lot. Except for I use a ThinkPad X1 Gen and works great except for the Thunderbolt. Issue that seems to be inconsistent. Gen 7 I think works a bit better overall though, both very affordable now and great machine. So what's the problem with the Thunderbolt? I mean, I don't use Thunderbolt, but I'm just like curious what's the problem with it. T480. I'm really contemplating to buy a T480. It's like the 8 gen, Core i8 gen. Probably something like a Core i5, not Core i7, because I think the Core i7 one is too expensive given the fact that you cannot find a new one. And also there is T14, I think 3rd gen. I was looking at the Lenovo website. We are going to look at it again together, but I think that the Wi-Fi driver is not supported, at least for the AMD's one. But anyway, so if I want to buy a second hand or a refurbished laptop, I'll prefer to buy a T480 because that's the latest one that I think is upgradable. I can upgrade the RAM, I can upgrade the SSD, change the, I think even I can change the Wi-Fi module and stuff like that. As to the Wi-Fi display, it appears it works. Yeah, that's a big problem, Daniel. I don't know. That's a big problem. It's my concern. I prefer to have a Intel kind of thing. The Wi-Fi, Intel Wi-Fi. But let's see. So there is an interrupt store that slows the machine down. Okay. Not sure. Better panel. This keyboard was not as crisp. It's better than this. But everything works great. Okay, so this one seems works great as long as we don't get the Realtek Wi-Fi, I assume. Okay. AX200 Wi-Fi is not always that great. But the battery life is 6 hours. Yeah, the battery life is fine for me. 6 hours is more than enough. Now my T430 I think lasts like 1 hour, something like that. But I don't take it outside. It's just like sitting on my desk all the time. It's heavy. Cores, believe memory. Sometimes isn't. Gen 9. I think the support maybe is now better. Yeah, okay, I keep this one also to check. Another one was, okay, X1 Gen 6. Okay, X1 Gen 6, Gen 7. So let me write it somewhere. Okay, what we have here, suggestion is X1 Gen 6, X1 Gen 7, T480, and what was another one? X1 Carbon Gen 9. Okay, Gen 9. So let's see. And another one is T14 Gen 3. This is the latest one. Okay. So basically what I'm looking for is a laptop that I can do a streaming from it easily under OpenBSD, and ideally without turning on even the hyper threading, and yet at the same time be able to compile some code and stuff like that, or some programs even, without the stream crashing. So that's, I need a laptop that has that much of power. Not super powerful, but something that can handle a streaming full HD 30 FPS. Yeah, and also at the same time compiling or running some VMM, things like that. The current T430 I have works great under OpenBSD. I don't need anything, but I cannot do a stream very well from it. It's just like kind of sluggish, and I am damn sure that if I try to compile anything and do a streaming, it will crash or something breaks in between. Under Linux is good though, but under OpenBSD, even with enabling hyperthreading, which I don't like, is still not so good. And probably because it's a software rendering, meaning that the stuff is rendered by CPU rather than GPU, I assume. Spectacular. No. This is a process not as painful because the fonts are too small, so that doesn't matter. And okay, somebody here. OpenBSD looks like this model is discontinued. Let's see. Purism. What they have. This. The first thing I look at is the keyboard. And this is already a horrible keyboard, I can say. Yeah, integrated page up, page down. Come on, like, supposed to be like a pro laptop, not some bullshit $300 laptop, $300 laptop. Yeah. All right, so this one, it has some issues. So let's go to the eBay here and check X1 Gen 6. We'll start from that. See what's the price. X1 Gen 6. Do you find anything? 600 euros. Holy crap. But the specs is good though. Okay, the RAM probably is not upgradable to what I know. Okay, the CPU is low wattage. That's good. The benchmark is not that good. I'm not sure whether I can upgrade the RAM. I don't think so. To what I know. Wow, look who is here. Hey Zaini, how are you? Glad that you have joined this humble live stream. There's supposed to be a Wikipedia page for this X1 series 6th gen. Okay, we cannot upgrade the RAM. That's not good. Wow, getting OpenBSD back on your workstation. Oh, nice. That's nice. I think in a couple of weeks the 7.2 will be out. I think by the end of October. Okay. Maybe there's a space carbon. Okay, what's the suggestion saying? Come on. The specs more or less is, I mean, I think it's released both this and Gen 6 and I think T480 they got released on the same year, 2018, to my understanding. And I think X1 Carbon I think has a better build quality, but it comes at the cost of everything to not be upgradable. But T430 I think is quite upgradable to what I read. Let's check it. 480 Wikipedia. Nice. Fantastic internet connection. T480. Okay, so it supports 64 gig RAM. This. Okay. Yeah, to be honest, if I between X1 Carbon 6th generation or T480, I would buy a T480. Okay, so let's see the 7th gen. How much does it cost? Like the prices here in Europe is just like an extortion price for second-hand stuff. Like 600. Come on, are you joking? what's the CPU? Like the first thing I look into it besides keyboard is the CPU, because I want to have a more capable CPU. But why it converts this one to US dollar? 7 Gen, this one. What's the CPU? Give me. Yeah, okay, this is also 8 Gen. Core i 8 Gen. So it shouldn't. That's funny. It is advertised as 7th Gen X1 Carbon, but is it the same CPU here in Wikipedia? 8th or 10th Gen. Okay. Wow. Yeah, this 16 gigabyte is a problem for me. Okay. What about 9th Gen? 8th Gen, this. I don't understand why they limit the CPU, the memory to 16. Okay, there's no information about 9th Gen. But I think it's also not gonna worth buying it second hand. If I want to spend that much money, I would buy a new ThinkPad probably. Okay, so these are out of question. This one is still. Let's look into the T14 Gen 3 one more time. Now I know that's the Wi-Fi doesn't work. The AMD one doesn't. The Wi-Fi doesn't work because it's not. I think it's Qualcomm or something. And yeah, that's not the good one. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, carbons are very thin. Yeah, and also they have like a good, better build quality. For me, like mobility is not really that important. I prefer at least to have something a bit upgradable. I know that like this T14 Gen 3 is not upgradable at all. Like, but let's look into it. Like Lenovo has destroyed ThinkPad series. Like every new generation that it comes, it gets like shittier. This is what, Intel or what? Okay, this is Intel. How can I go to this site? Like even the website is broken, god damn it. Let's go up. What happened? There was a part that I could select what sort of ThinkPad I want. Okay, here. Let's see. Okay, T series. I'll close this one. So there is T14S. I know that T4S the slim version has a single heat pipe on both AMD and Intel, so I kind of refrained from buying that because I assume it's gonna have like an overheating problem, especially on the Intel, because 12th gen has like an overheating problem already. But for AMD also I read like some Reddit stuff, and it has like a thermal throttling even like on the AMD if you like kind of max out the CPU usage. So I would stick to the just T14 and like kind of not getting the slim one, making a compromise. Let's say I think the slim one has a support for the USB 4, the AMD version. The Intel one I'm not sure. If the page loads before it kills me, load. Okay, what we have, somewhat I cannot go to this site. Okay. You. Okay. What happened to the P? There was a P. 12th P. Oh, yeah, the budget is maximum 2K. 2K above and beyond a bit. Okay, let's try to configure this one. Wow, Lenovo website. Come on. Okay, let's close this one. This tab. Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, I cannot find even like with that budget, right? I'm even willing to spend more money. I cannot find something that, first of all, is good enough in terms of a keyboard, and in other things like even like I don't like the new ThinkPad, right? But everything that I look at it, they are just bad. Like the keyboards are bad, like they integrated, I don't know, page up, page down, home, and in the arrow keys, and then the arrow keys is small as fuck. And then they have problems. ThinkPad also has like shitload of problems. The Intel one has an overheating issue already, and I think the Intel one, like I think I read somewhere that it say it has a single heat pipe, even though that is kind of getting overheated. But yeah, everything I look at it is just like bad. And I was just like thinking, yeah, you know what, maybe I need to just buy a MacBook at some point. This page is killing me. It's not even loading. What the hell? Okay, let's configure this one if it loads. If it loads. Shitty Lenovo website. Like, what the hell is that? Is it because I enabled the ad blocker? Really, Lenovo, really? Let me try to load it somewhere else in another browser, maybe that works. Rather than wasting everybody's time here. Yeah, another reason that I need to upgrade my laptop. You see this one? It was working kind of fine before doing a streaming, but now I think because of the streaming, things are getting a bit out of hand. Yeah, let's see what's the situation here. Wow, everything maxed out. Nice. Okay, some stuff loading. Yes, exactly. Yeah, they made the keyboard worse. I read that in this like a third gen T14, even they have reduced the key travel, and yeah, they made everything almost not replaceable. Even like on the Intel CPU, you cannot even swap the Wi-Fi module. Like, this is how they messed it up. Okay. Ah, come on. This website is killing me. The problem with this 12 Gen P is that it has a great performance, but at the same time it overheats pretty bad. This is a mess up on Intel part, but also Lenovo didn't provide the proper ventilation. So you see, like, the score is good relatively. 12 cores, 16 threads. Yeah. Efficient core 8 threads. Yeah, that should be good enough. But it has some overheating issue. Okay. €130 for the Windows 11. Come on. Really? Okay. So 16 gig is soldered to the board, and then there is a selectable memory. Let's go with 16 here. And so okay, 32 here. 512, that's good enough. Yeah, the display also is not usually the best for ThinkPads. Camera 1080. Okay, V1 we don't want. This one it has. Fingerprint scanner. Then what we have. Okay, this one. Let's go with the backlit and English keyword. Oh, the battery is pretty small. Okay, so it comes at 1600, give or take. And this is a relatively decent configuration. Let's see what we can max out a bit. I think it's worth. Let's see what's the benchmark for this. Oh, come on. 1216p. Okay. Benchmark. i7, not i. $17,000. How come? Something I don't understand, why this one has a better benchmark than the Core i7. Anybody knows? This is 18. This is 17. And this one actually has a margin low, 24 sample size. Huh. That's pretty weird. 64 watt. Holy crap. Okay, we assume that the higher is better, so we go with this one. So 1651. Yeah, if this one, let's keep it aside. What is the problem with this one is that if the Wi-Fi doesn't work, then I'm screwed, because it's not replaceable. And $11AX, so AX. I have no idea what's this. Intel. Is there any other information about this Wi-Fi? Why didn't copy T Intel manual? Gen 3, blah blah blah. So what we have, start, explore, help, secure. is wireless LAN. Shoot. Nothing, no information. Okay, Wi-Fi, but this is connection. Wireless. Okay, here we have it. Let's check. Intel. Gigabit Ethernet. Oh shit. AX211. Yes, I think also it might not be well supported yet on OpenBSD. I mean, I can wait a couple of months as long as it will be supported, but okay, there is something here. AX211 ports, this module. Okay, it seems it's supported. It seems supported. Okay, that's good. That's already good news. That's good news. The only problem I have with the Intel is that it overheats. Other than that, even like in terms of price tag, is good. Let's check the AMD one. AMD one, I know that for a fact the wireless is not working, but the wireless card is user replaceable. But you know, when you buy a new device, you don't want to just take a screwdriver, open it. It doesn't feel good unless I buy a wireless dongle. But the thing is, like, if I pay, let's say, around 2K, right, or something, I'm expecting something works flawlessly, not just I need to carry like shitload of dongles around. So this one has a good benchmark. The CPU voltage is also lower, so less overheat, less or no overheating issue, thermal throttling, stuff like that. Also the price is more expensive. I don't want Windows. Like, get out. So 32. Then this one, no touch screen, thank you. Yeah, this one doesn't support, and I cannot even like select what I want. Yeah, Qualcomm. Yeah. Why they couldn't put the Intel? Fingerprint scanner. So it's gonna cost, I think, 300, 400, maybe more. Backlit. Okay, here's the backlit keyword. A smart card reader. And Okay. So close to 2K. So I like to be honest, I like the AMD configuration more. Especially it has a Ryzen 7. But the Wi-Fi, and that's the thing, like this one works, another one, that one doesn't work. It just like bugs the crap out of me. So this is the option. So we have T14 Gen 3. These are quite new, so I'm not expecting right off the bat to have the best support for OpenBSD, but I think that will come soon. And then this is the Intel one. So the price tag difference is 300. And then we have T480. Which I think I can get it like for 300 something. Okay, let's go even for this one. Okay, 335. That's pretty cheap, but to what I know, the RAM is upgradable. So if you buy a RAM, let's say 50 euro, and then also upgrade the hard drive, that's also gonna cost like, let's add also like it become 500, let's say. That's also not that bad. The good thing about T480 is that if I buy, and I can buy one relatively cheap, and then also I can upgrade it easily, and it's going to work definitely under OpenBSD, but the CPU is not the best. And the only concern I have is whether it's gonna work well under OpenBSD if I do live streaming as well. 6200. The current one I have is like 2000 something, if I'm not mistaken. It's just like super crappy by today's standards. But yeah, okay. What? That pasted something wrong. Come on. Is the way to go. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like kind of contemplating whether buy the T480 or no. So this is the current one benchmark, like 2600. If I upgrade to T480, I get like almost twice. And if I buy this one, which is very tempting, I get the good one, but also I need to pay money, which is fine. And lastly, let's look into somebody told me, look into the Dell Latitude. Let's see what they have. No, I'm not gaming, no. Yeah, I did once, like on my T430 live stream on OpenBSD. It was laggy a bit, but the problem is that what I want to do is to do live stream, and also at the same time maybe do some coding or compile some stuff, and that's why I'm kind of like scared or concerned that maybe T480 won't work. But let's see. Latitude model. Hackintosh man, hey, how are you doing? So 13 14 inch. Okay, Let's go with 14-inch first. 12 Gen. The first thing is the keyboard. First thing is the keyboard. I can say that the keyboard is horrible already. Yeah. The non-standard keyboard. Integrated page up, page down. Yeah, thank you very much. Integrated F1 with home and end. Yeah, they're horrible. Like, you don't feel that this is like for productivity. You feel just like this is just for watching movies. Even though that dimension is Latitude. Latitude supposed to be for the business class laptop. Same with the ThinkPad. They just like fucking it up. Yeah, I don't want already. Another one was, I think, HP. What is that? A Lightbook or something? AMD CPUs and outperform. Yeah, definitely AMD will outperform Intel. But I think like there is no T480 AMD to what I remember. It's just only this one. I have no idea what this A485. I think they didn't even mass produce this one. Let's see whether this one it has anything here. Why is it so cheap? Something is wrong. Look at this one, 400. Let's see the benchmark. Is there any in between of T480 and X1 with AMD? I don't think so, to be honest. There is like a X series, not the Carbon or something. It's just like X. I think it's called X280 or something like that. That one also we can check it out. There is also. Let's see whether there is T495 AMD. Okay, let's check that one first. So I'm pretty ignorant about the AMD Ryzen, so I'm not sure whether even this is a good model or not. This is the same year as T480 8th Gen Core i. Let's see, we have anything. Okay, this is better than the T480 already in terms of benchmark. 12 watts, 25 watt. But I'm not sure about the upgradability. As long as I can fit 32 gig of memory, I'll be more than happy. Okay, let's keep this one open for now. Okay, 32 gig. Yeah, okay, so I can upgrade the RAM as well. Mm-hmm. So you mean this one, right? This one, I think it just requires some sort of like a RAM and a hard drive upgrades. Then other than that, it looks fine to me. Let's look into the ThinkPad X series. See what we can find in between. If there is any. Okay, so the spec of this one is the same as T480. This is also the same. The difference is that it's just a smaller form factor and then everything is soldered on. And it's 16 gigabyte of RAM, god damn it. 2019, still 16 gigabytes. Okay, 32. What? Inter AX200. I think AX200 is already supported. If I'm not wrong, yes. Yeah, finding 32 gigabytes refurbished is gonna be like fun, definitely. Let's see. Eight gig, 32. Not yoga. Why is not even typing? 3 GB. OpenBSD is a tad difficult. I have made an installation on an old PC, but on a newer, because of the firmware algo, it's failed. Yes, it is. It is more difficult. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, finding X390 is not also. Yeah, the problem is that with the X series, the problem is that if I want to find, because the RAM is not upgradable, right? And then like finding one that has like 32 gigabytes is pretty rare. And like I think also even if I find one, the price would be like crazy high for a second-hand laptop. So the best is to stick with the T series. I can confirm. I'm not sure. Has anybody have experience with the T490? I didn't hear good stuff, I think, about it. Let's see. Problems. What problems it has? Is it worth? What's the issue about T490? Fujitsu. Fujitsu, I haven't heard about Fujitsu in a very long time. I remember that they used to create like a very solid laptop, but I'm not sure whether even if they are still around. Yeah, this is also the crappy keyboard. Let's check. Let's check before I close the tab. I am certain that is crappy. I am certain, like 99.9% I'm certain it's crappy keyboard. Yeah, already I can see. Load piece of crap. Hey, the port selection is not that bad. Let's see, let's zoom in. Yeah, it's integrated page up, page down. Yes, yes, yes. Bad keyboard, bad keyboard. Okay, T490, let's see. Failures sometimes. HP laptop. Yeah, I never owned an HP laptop. I I remember like my first laptop was Dell, and it was horrible because it was the first. I think it was the first generation of Core i, and then they didn't fix this heatsink stuff. They just put the Core 2 Duo heatsink on the Core i and sold it to the people, stupid people like me probably. And I bought it, and I think after a year or two, the graphic card failed. It was back then ATI graphic card existed, but I except ThinkPad, and no other laptop could actually last long, like with me. Like anything, I had even like the normal Lenovo. I had like Sony Vaio. It broke after like 2 years. I had like normal Lenovo. It broke after 2 years. The only one that lasted is this one, T430, which is almost 10 years, and it's already like the fan is making a lot of noise. The DVD drive has failed, and I replaced it with the hard drive. So now it actually has two hard drives running, and the battery I changed. It's just like also I upgraded the RAM. I think it had like 4 gigabytes, and then I put another 8 gigabytes, so it's running at 12 gigabytes. It's just like, honestly, it's just like a Frankenstein machine. Yeah, it's pretty weird, and I've been happy with it so far with this T430, but I cannot stream well. As you can see, this is I'm running now Arch Linux, right? And this is super light configuration. And if I open like, you have seen it, if I open like tabs or like a page, if it's heavy, then it just like struggles. And already I think the CPU is running 100. Yeah, 50. Okay, 50, not that bad. It was running at 100. So I don't let. Was the T40 discussed? Yes, we have discussed T480 quite a lot, and that's probably the one of the options that I'm looking at if I end up not buying this guy here, T14 Gen 3 AMD. Like the names are also become so similar that I just like mess up all the time. Yeah, if the Wi-Fi on this one was working on OpenBSD, definitely I would have bought this by now, definitely. But the problem is that the Wi-Fi is not working, and I need them to find a dongle, external Wi-Fi, to run OpenBSD on it. Because I don't have in my home, I have an Ethernet cable, but if I go somewhere outside, like for example, I go to the coffee shop and say, hey, can you just run like a 5 meters cable to your router? Imagine that you ask that in a Starbucks. Person like me, probably they're gonna call the police on me. Say this guy is a terrorist or something. T419. Yeah, the Fujitsu one I keep in mind. I'm gonna check it after I read this stuff. So I'm not ignoring your comments. I have it in mind. Trackpoint sucks now. Last sentence. But what was the problem? I think I remember there was one problem with the T490. I seem to not be able to find it. Okay, so one RAM is already soldered, but that doesn't matter because we can go with this 48. Gen. Okay. See this one benchmark, see what it is. The performance is kind of not so much better compared to T480. Where was it? Yeah, this is the T480. 6,200, 6,300. I am kind of ignorant when it comes to this kind of thing, so I'm just taking this like a benchmark at the surface value. They are of course I think they are like more complicated thing, single thread performance, multi-thread performance, but I'm just like comparing very rudimentary it is. And then what's the price difference on eBay? T490. Wow, it's almost the same price as T480. Or is it the shitty one here? 16 gig. Okay, so yeah, probably this 8 gig is not upgradable. It's just like we can put one more 32 on it to make it 40. but not this one. Where was it? Yeah, because it has a higher RAM, 500 SSD. Okay, so T490 also is not a very bad option in my opinion, but it is Intel. Let's see whether we have any AMD. So about the multi-thread score, is this CPU benchmark is the multi-thread score, am I right? Or is just a single thread? I have no idea. That's why I'm asking. Not this one, of course. We get heat saturated much sooner and be more like, yeah, the throttle for cigarette house huge. Oh, P50 is very large, man. Yeah, P50 is like a beast. I mean, the portability for me is not that important, but it's not so trivial that I will say I'm gonna buy like a P50. No, I think it's like a 15-inch if I'm not mistaken. Let's check it. Let me copy it and check it. P50. Wikipedia. P series. Yeah, the problem is that I think it's gonna be heavy as hell. What is the weight? Do we have weight? Yeah, 2.5 kg, man. It's heavy. It's heavy, 15-inch. Okay, so the big orange score is an aggregate score, so it's the one to pay attention. The little single thread number isn't really that important. Okay, so I was just like looking at something relatively, so I wasn't that dumb. Okay, that's good already to know. Thanks for the clarification. So I assume 6,000, based on my current laptop that I have, this one, it should be good enough. T480. I assume, hopefully, it's good. So this one I checked it, it's just a slightly better. Let's check the Ryzen here. This is soldered. Yeah, crap. Yeah, I don't know why Lenovo doesn't make any good laptop anymore. Like each and every model comes with the caveat. One has an overheating problem. Another one, the Wi-Fi is not supported under OpenBSD. Another one has a soldered RAM, which is 16 gigabytes, which is not that high. Another one like P50 is heavy to carry. But let's see. I'm just like out of curiosity. Check the benchmark here. We are going to the different route. Not bad, but also let's see whether we find something. You know what, maybe we should buy a P70, right? 17 each. It can be used also as a weapon for self-defense purposes. Intel Xeon. Holy crap. Like, why they put the Xeon there? What they had in mind? $45 and the performance is like this. The name is also Xeon. Hey. Let's check the where it was in the chat. Fujitsu Live Book. Okay, let's check it before I forgot. Okay, the RAM can be up to 32. Okay, 2 slots. Where's the CPU? Did I miss it? I think, no, this is the audio codec. Okay, CPU. The information is not conclusive. Let's go to eBay. I think this is kind of the older model. Okay, the archived content. Yeah, I really wish that I could, let's say, for example, buy a ThinkPad with the X200 keyboard, even with the X200 form factor, with the modern CPU and everything else. Of course, not ordering stuff from China, which is, I saw in some Reddit thread they hacked this a lot to just make it last a bit longer for maybe a couple more years. But that would be my ideal laptop, but yeah, nobody is producing anything like that. I don't care if it's like a 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters is like thinner, or the color is different, or I don't know, the trackpad is bigger or that. What I care is that, hey, can this one be as productive as a, let's say, something like a desktop? Can be as good as that, especially when it comes to the keyboard. Like, I am super like finicky about the keyboard. Like, I cannot tolerate like any keyboard. Like, the only keyboard that I liked actually was like ThinkPad so far. Any other keyboard on laptop I touched, they were like crappy. Okay, this one, for example, looks that it has a relatively decent keyboard because it has a similar thing to the ThinkPads on the page up and page down. But I think this is a quite old one, if I'm not mistaken. At least by the look of it. Hey, it has lights. Wow. VGA port. Like, how old is this laptop? Okay, it's from 2016, I would say. Because it's a 6th gen. But I think this one performance is not so good. ThinkPad 20. Yeah, 25. The problem with the 25 is that the CPU is crappy. Yeah, this one is a bit only better than mine. I'm sorry, yeah, but this one is not gonna satisfy my needs. Yeah, the 25, I think it's a 7th gen Core i series, and it's a dual core CPU. It's not quad core, and yeah, it's I think from 2017 or 2018 maybe. And yeah, good luck finding one as well. Like, let's just out of curiosity whether we can find one. Yeah, how much is it gonna cost? Even it doesn't exist here where I live. It's impossible to find ThinkPad 25. Nope. Anything I search T480 comes up. I think Destiny wants me to buy a T480. So if I narrow down the options, so we end up with not this one. This is also T480. This is the, what was it? I have forgotten. Yeah, this is a A485. Is a 2018 Lenovo, same as T480, released at this on the same year, but it's a Ryzen processor. Okay. Yes, I need at least 8 gen. Exactly. I need at least 8 gen. Anything older than 8 gen is not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It will end up with the quality, with the same stream quality as I have now, more or less. Because from like the Core i 1st gen, 2nd gen, 3rd gen, they focus on the performance. They didn't focus much on the saving energy, or I don't know, like the reducing heat. But 4th gen, 5th gen, 6th gen, 7th gen, Intel worked a lot on the energy efficiency on the mobile CPUs. And if you see, for it, because I have also ThinkPad X250, and this is actually the CPU is 5th gen. But if I compare the CPU benchmark between T430, which is I think is the Ivy Bridge from 2012, versus the one I have from 2015, the difference is just marginal. Is so little. It's not even like noticeable. The only difference is on the energy efficiency, because I think the T430 I think is a 40 watt or something. Another one I think is half of it. So the battery is better. The battery life is better. but like the performance is the same. So I'm assuming the same goes with the 6th gen, 7th gen as well. So from 8th gen they actually made quite a lot of improvements, because they then Core i5 became quad core instead of dual core. Yes, this controller thing, yeah, I read it somewhere. Yes, I read that it keeps writing, then the Thunderbolt port actually blows up and it becomes absolutely useless. And the problem also is that the port is soldered to the is soldered to the main board. Yes, and yeah, that's also one thing to keep in mind. Okay, I missed a couple of comments. 440p. I already have a X4 X250. As I said, like the performance is not better. It's not better than my T430, and it's not also upgradable at all. T480. Yeah, the Thunderbolt controller. Yeah, I can confirm. I read it also in multiple places that I think it's a, where is that, this flash memory or something, it keeps writing on it, and that one, it has like a finite number of uh, write, and then after that it stops working or something. Yeah, I read that one. That's a concern of T480 if you want to buy it. And Zaini said that Ryzen CPU one seems like the best bang for a buck. Yeah, this one. Yeah, the problem is just this one is, oh come on, second hand, 500 euro. Really? If I could buy just with 300 something, I would on the spot. Unless I look for something, see whether I can find something cheaper. Like my main problem with the modern laptop is the modern laptops is like the manufacturers are that like they keep producing in a short interval, but none of the laptops are quality, and like they produce garbage. Like I went to the local market to look into the laptops. I saw, okay, 500, 600, and it looks shiny and good, but I can already say that if I purchase one of those, and then within, I think, 6 months, it's just gonna break, because I think I use laptop like 12 hours per day. It's just on. It's from the morning I wake up, is on until I go to sleep. So if the chassis and all those things is a crappy plastic, I think it's gonna even melt. Yeah, T480, I think now is a good time to buy. I think a lot of companies, they have decommissioned T480, and I think it has hit the market, and the price, to be honest, looks good. So if I can get the T480, I would definitely buy. But this is also not a bad option. At least it has a better CPU performance. But let's see. But I think they didn't produce this A485 that much. I think wow, the keyboard is like heavily used, man. What is this? I wonder why it's so cheap. Okay, this one is come from UK. Nah. And probably they're gonna charge a lot on the sending thing for delivery and postage. Nah. 399. Yeah, I don't know this seller. Yeah, so there are 4 options. Let me write down before I forgot. So we have this one. We have this one. We have T480. And what we have, and then we have this guy. Yeah, the problem with these two are that they are so new. So this one doesn't support the, so T14 3rd Gen AMD, 3rd Gen Intel. So if we want to write down the pros and cons of each of them, the shipping. Yeah, exactly, that's a problem. Like the shipping cost is gonna be a lot if it comes out of Germany. And then I don't know, goddamn this like DHL or whatever, then they come knock your door. Like there was one time that is supposed to be a gift, right? Came from UK, and then it was just like some bullshit, right? Some pens and something like that. It's just like some nonsense. And then it came, and then the cost, I have to pay actually for custom, like I don't know, 10 euros or something like that. And I just didn't accept it. I said return it back, I don't want it, because some nonsense pen and all those things delivered from UK is not in another continent, it's just part of Europe. And I don't understand like why they had to charge 10 euro for custom. It's just like crazy to me. And I say, you know what, like I'm not gonna even take it. Like, yeah, it's just I have some company's logo, I don't want to take it back. $2K and then have Wi-Fi or whatever. Just not, yeah, that's a problem also. So this one, the positive point is, so okay, so let's do it like this. So it has a decent CPU, but the negative is actually more expensive than T480, and the problem is also it's rare to find. This one, good price, upgradable. The minus is that the Thunderbolt blow up. Yeah, most of us would call buying something. yeah, I don't know what to say. So this one, the only negative, like everything is good in my opinion, is fantastic, right? So fantastic specs. The only issue is Wi-Fi is not working. Wi-Fi is not supported, and this one, it has overheating issue to what I know. And is negative, not a positive. Supported Wi-Fi. So these are our options, right? And so we have these four. Personally, I would either buy T480 or the AMD one, even though that the Wi-Fi is not supported. Personally, either these two. This one, I have a huge problem with overheating devices. Like I don't want to spend like 2K on something, and then after 1 year or 2 year, I have to keep sending back for repair, and then again and again, and then throw it in the garbage and creating more e-waste. So if we want to do a voting on the chat, which one you would say that I need to buy, or I should buy actually? So this is all the options, and I'm a bit, let's say, unhappy that everything actually ended up to be Lenovo ThinkPad. Yes, I use Wi-Fi. Yeah, if I go outside, I need to use Wi-Fi. At home, even I'm reluctant to use, because if I want to go to, like, put the laptop on the bed, I don't want to like do a cable, like 5 meters cable from like my router to the bed. Yes, that I heard that. I not heard. I read that this. Okay, I think I have one more point, right? So this one, but this one, the Wi-Fi, I think is replaceable. So another thing is that the Wi-Fi is replaceable on the T14 AMD, but on the Intel is actually is on board, is soldered, so it's not replaceable. So, but I don't want also to buy a new laptop and then again take a screwdriver and open it to just replace the Wi-Fi. So a small USB Wi-Fi dongle, if this is the only problem with the. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking actually about it, is to buy a dongle. Let's see even like whether I can find the dongle. That's something. Yeah, so for that one, let's see. Wi-Fi dongle, because I have one Wi-Fi dongle and it's not compatible with OpenBSD already, so I need to buy another one. So let's see whether even I can get my hands here to that Wi-Fi dongle or not. Current service, everything's working great. If it work only Ethernet. So let's see what we have here. Round 4. Yes, that's a positive part about T14, right? If I buy, I don't need to change the laptop like for, I don't know, 3-4 years to what I know. but like T480 is just, I don't know how, maybe for 3 years, maybe, if I'm lucky. Panda, never heard of it. Wow, it's very old one. Windows XP, Fedora 17. Holy crap. Yeah, definitely this should work. But 150? Really? Let's see when I can find this one here or not. Hmm. 34 euros for Wi-Fi dongle. What the hell? Buy the Wi-Fi chip. Yeah, that's a good thing. The problem is I'm too lazy. Do you know any chip? Do you know any chipset that? I know that Intel definitely will work, but I'm not sure even Intel has a like external Wi-Fi dongle. Does it? The luck with these. I'm horrible at playing games, if I'm being honest. I think the only one that I'm relatively decent is Red Alert 2, but that's not available on those on OpenBSD. I think it's just only available on Linux. No, okay. Realtek. I thought that Realtek doesn't have a good support on OpenBSD, but okay, let me check it. Wireless. Yeah, the one I have also a TP-Link external like dongle, and that's already giving me hard time on Linux. I bought it for my rest in peace Pinebook, the Pinebook version 1, because the internal one was crappy, and then that dongle also didn't help much. Yeah, so let me create. Oh no, this one already has antenna. Like, screw that. So let's search this. Okay. Wi-Fi. Okay. Let's see whether this one works or not. Realtek one where there was onboard Wi-Fi supports for Raspberry Pi. Did it work on OpenBSD? Yeah, okay, so this one is 8.8. Nope. Let me do this. Wi-Fi dongle. Yeah, don't buy this one. Whatever you buy, just don't buy this. This is horrible. This is the one I have. This is the one I have. It's not good. TP-Link, no. I never heard about this brand. Elecmogo. No. What kind of crap they bring here? I have a link. I'm going to send it to you on. I'm not on Discord. You have to email me, unfortunately. Let me share my email. Yeah, I'm not on Discord. I'm an anti-social person. Not on any social media or anything. I think I ran a poll a couple of months ago to join Mastodon. I have a personal Mastodon account, which I haven't used it in a long time, and then I wanted to just create one for this OpenBSD thingy. And then I ran a poll, and then I just decided that, you know what, I'm not gonna bother with social media anymore again. Anyway, it's with Intel chipset will work without installation. That's how I saw it. Not even IRC. No, not even IRC. So about the Wi-Fi dongle, do you like the Intel one? Do you know the model? So I can search for it. Panda USB Wi-Fi dongle. Okay, alright, so let me check my email. Okay, thank you. If the Gmail works, open up. Okay, yeah, this is the same actually that I opened here. I think let's paste the link. Yeah, this is the Panda. I think this looks good. That the only issue is that is 150. That's the only issue, but I think that's like finding the Wi-Fi dongle is easier than. Okay, with load up use Okay, use driver that comes with open. Okay, that's even better. Yeah, that's good. But nonetheless, I think like finding a Wi-Fi dongle is easier than finding a laptop nowadays. I think we can find the dongle. Oh, I'm so stupid. Here already is mentioned which adapter should work. Wow, TP-Link. Is it a Wi-Fi dongle? Hmm. Can't we shift to your location? Crap. I had one to D-Link. Yeah, I didn't look into this like the bottom of the page. So there are like a lot of options to choose from. Like this sounds nice, Hercules. So let's just look into it. But all of them are 150. So oh, it has CD also. Higher than for a kind of Wi-Fi adapter that isn't gonna need custom firmware. Okay. Then that should be okay, I would say. That shouldn't be a problem. But you know, this like searching for this Wi-Fi dongle reminds me of long time ago when I started using Linux. I think 18 years ago. Back then, like at least in my region, it was like dial-up modem, and then there was the the driver didn't exist for the internal like dial-up modem, and then like the solution was like you have to go buy external dial-up modem to make it work under Linux, because like I don't know, the external one, like the hardware apparently was full-fledged and it had like some chipset that in the internal one got replaced with the software. So this reminds me of that time, like when there was this dial-up modem was a thing. OpenBSD man open. Yeah, the only page I found about like OpenBSD laptop was this one actually. This one. And this is the list of the laptops that I think he has tested OpenBSD on. I forgot acquire new laptops, try to review orders. OpenBSD works well on it. Yeah. I see a couple of Lenovo's, but the other ones really don't match my taste. No. If framework had a better I think it had like a couple of problems. Like one is definitely the trackpad is not good, and then the second one, in my estimation, the keyboard is not good, and the kind of the monitor is not the monitor. The LCD is wobbly to the review I read. Otherwise, I would have definitely bought the framework, definitely, because I think generally they are a good company and they provide the upgradable device. You can select the ports whatever you want, And also I think they provide you a schematic that's in case that you want to like, I don't know, do a component level board repair like Louis Rossmann. But other than that, yeah, it has some issues, but I think they are going to catch up. Yes, I can confirm that that not only about OpenBSD but about everything else almost when it comes to the software industry. Like at least me as a developer, I have to search everywhere. I do search everywhere, Stack Overflow, everything, and then the answer actually is in the documentation, whether in the library documentation, API documentation, whatever thing that I'm stuck at. So yes, that's 100% correct. But you know what? Reading, why bother reading the documentation for 5 minutes when you can waste like a couple of hours searching for it? All right, so I have to sleep on the idea for a while, maybe for a day or two, a couple more days, maybe until next week, right? Yeah, so tomorrow is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so 3 more days, and I get drunk a bit, like to see which one I'm gonna accidentally order. But no, joke aside, I yeah, definitely the options is these two. So let me actually move this stuff to the top. And yeah, I will spend a couple more days read also about the any, let's say, hidden facts or something that I haven't encountered yet, and then likely I'm gonna order this one, but let's see. So yeah, that's all for now. Thanks for being with me and helping also making a decision about which laptop I should buy next and use and do some more stuff, something on the OpenBSD. Thanks a lot for that. Thanks for tuning in, and I see you actually in the next streams. Have a great rest of the day, or have a great night if you are in the Europe, and bye.